Huh? Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? We're live here. Are we live there? We are not live here. Yeah, we are. Now we are officially live. What's up, Shot Clock fam? Appreciate you. Chat. We are live on YouTube here with the NFL Draft Watch Party. We are going to kill it tonight. NFL Draft Watch Party. Boom. We're going to have you updated on the NBA playoffs. We're going to have you updated if you're a baseball fan. Whatever you want, we're going to do, because that's what we do. So stay tuned. Whatever we do, we do. And that's going to be the deal. So appreciate you, chat. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We are here live on the Shot Clock for the NFL Draft. And we're going to have the visuals up here on the screen for you. Following Twitter, seeing what's going on here as we hit the second round of the NFL Draft. All right.
Potential character situations, but let's start with Will Johnson, the outstanding quarterback from the University of Michigan, who had 6 interceptions during his time with the Wolverines. He returned.
What's up, chat? Appreciate you, chat. We're live here on the Shot Clock. Appreciate you, chat. We got the NFL Draft second round. We'll take you through the second round. Any NBA stuff as well. And we'll keep you updated on all the picks as they come in here on the Shot Clock, as usual. So, that's all there is to it. We could do a quick recap of yesterday as well. What's up, chat? How we doing, chat? What's up, Wyatt? What's up, Carlos? What's up, David? What's up, Edward? What's up, everyone? So where is Shedeur? Is Shedeur going to be drafted today? Is he going to be drafted at the top of the draft? Is he going to be drafted at the end of the draft? I mean, at the end of the round, excuse me. Is he going to be drafted in the third round? We're going to find out. I will say this about Shedeur. We have heard a couple things about him, right? We have heard a couple things about him being drafted and where he could be drafted. At this point, Cleveland, obviously, with the first pick, is a reasonable chance to take him. That's a possibility. Cleveland with the 33rd pick, the first pick of the second round, obviously a possibility. And then we have the Saints at 40 as a possibility. But the Steelers don't pick until the third round. So if you want the Steelers to get him, if you're a Steelers fan and you want the Steelers to get him, it might not be until round 3 if there's any chance of getting him. So I would say more likely, I think there's a good chance the Browns take a QB with the first pick in the second round. I think you got 2 chances. 2 picks, 2 possibilities. They're going to go Shedeur or they're going to go Jalen Milroe. That's what the Browns are going to do with this first pick here. So that's going to be the question. I'm going to say they're going to go Milroe. That's my guess. As Goodell talks here and yaps it up while everyone boos him as usual. The tradition like none other. Appreciate you, chat, for this NFL Draft Watch Party. Stick it right here. We're going to be with you throughout the second round. Throughout maybe a little of the third round. The second round for sure. We're going to keep you updated on the NBA. We're going to keep you updated on... Let's check what the timing is. I know the Celtics are playing soon. We're going to keep you updated on the NBA. We're going to keep you updated on anything else. The Celtics are about to start against the Magic. We have the Pacers, Bucks at 8, and then the Lakers, T-Wolves at 9:30, in which case I will be doing a live play-by-play for the second half of the Lakers, T-Wolves game, if that game is close. So stay in tune for that. But I'm going to get you through the NFL draft at first, and anything else that's going on with that. So, Goodell is trying to fire up the crowd. As everyone knows, everyone hates Goodell, so that's not going to happen. But the crowd will be fired up because in Green Bay, there's nothing to do except to watch football. So, the NFL draft is officially open, and Cleveland's on the clock, and we'll see what they do. Now, We'll do a little recap of yesterday, too, as we go along. Appreciate you, chat. What's up, Brado? What's up, Gerard? And Wyatt, always appreciate you. You know that. I would say this, right? Like, when you're talking about, we'll talk about yesterday in a minute. When you're talking about the Browns right now, they obviously got a haul for Travis Hunter. Now, or for the pick that got Travis Hunter. Should they have taken Travis Hunter? That's the question. I think it's a tough call. I love Travis Hunter. I think he's the best player in the draft. But at the end of the day, as well, I think they got a huge haul and they got a first-round pick next year when they really want to draft a QB. And they have another chance to draft a QB. Bob, it starts right now, 7 o'clock. So I got no problem with the trade, but now are they going to take this, a QB here with the first pick here? Are they going to take that? That's the big question. That is the big question. So we'll see what they do here. Well, they could take a running back too, I guess. Apparently that Abdul Carter and LT's camp are negotiating that he could be able to wear 56 to honor Lawrence Taylor next year. So let's see if that happens. But that would be a huge deal for the Giant fans. I know that. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. What's up, Nate? How we doing, brother? Good to see you again, brother. Good to see you again.
Absolutely. This guy's going to be a great...
So round 2 of the NFL draft here. We got Saban talking about nonsense. Wow, Quinn Ewers has got horse heads on his wall and a bunch of animal deer and bears. He's got everything in his room that he is right now. He is making a statement. He looks like the hunter of all hunters. I think he's making that clear there. Nate says go Yankees. I will say go Mets. I'll say let's go Mets, Nate. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. I'm going to get you through this second round of the draft and a little bit of the NBA too, and then I'll be back later. Right? Panthers to the Super Bowl. No, but Bryce Young is looking good. And I like what he's doing there, and I like the pick of Tet McMillan. I think that's going to help him a lot as well. So I'm going to come back for T-Wolves and Lakers at the end of that game. When that game gets close, I'm going to be back for that to give you play-by-play like you know I love to do. Okay? So let's see what happens in this draft. Are the Browns going to go Shedeur here? This is one of the spots that Shedeur could go. It's one of the spots that Shedeur could go. Will they take Shedeur here? Or will they go in a different direction and not go quarterback? Or will they go Jalen Milroe, which is possible. And I guess Shuck is possible as well, although I think that's unlikely. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We're here live on the shot clock. NFL draft, as usual. We got you covered and everything you need. Let's put this here for me so I can really speak into it. You guys can hear me nice and crispy. So that's what it is right now. Okay, we got Mike ready. We got everything ready. And
He's lit it up at the combine, and he's a great box safety. He's got great reaction, but he's also got ball skills. Some people question whether he can cover him.
The Browns are taking their sweet time here with the first pick. The Browns have selected Carson Schweizinger with the 33rd pick, it looks like. So Shedeur Sanders will have to wait even more. Bob says Shedeur goes in the 5th round. I think that's a little late, Bob. But they took linebacker Carson Schweizinger from UCLA. So the Browns do not go Shedeur. When is that pick for Shedeur going to be? They didn't even take a quarterback there. So that's the big question here. It's going to be very interesting to see where Shedeur's fall comes, because the Saints are obviously at 40 or possible. Will someone else try to trade in? What the first pick of today is a linebacker for the Browns. So you know what the Browns did with that trade? That trade they did, right? Here we go, 33rd pick. We're just going to announce it for real. We know what happened, but... So what they did with that trade, in my opinion, with that first trade, right? He was a former 0-star recruit, by the way, Carson. But what the Browns did with that first trade yesterday, they bought themselves time to be able to pick the quarterback next year. They have 2 firsts now next year. What's up, bro? My brother's on there, but he's at a wedding. I don't know. He's obviously not paying attention or doing it. He's supposed to be at dinner. He's supposed to be doing something with his friends and his girl. But you know what? He's obviously not doing that, and he is apparently logged into the live stream here, as he should, because there's nothing more important than that. So we appreciate you, chat. Any receivers that are under the radar the Pats could grab? Yes. I don't think it's under the radar at this point, Ron. I think there's a couple really good receivers on the board still, including Luther Burden III. Could have been a first-round pick, right? Trey Harris, the receiver from Ole Miss, darts receiver, could have been a late first-round pick. So I think there's a few guys there that you would like to get as a receiver that are available. The Jags pick, I think the Jags pick. Alexander, you tell him, what do you got? You got any other receivers that I'm missing there? He's going Shedeur to the Raiders as Jeff McNeil flies out to left. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Do you think the Saints draft Shedeur? Kenny, I do, actually. I do. I think that's where he's going to go, number 40, to the Saints. Now, my brother obviously thinks he's going to the Raiders here. He thinks he's going to the Raiders at number, I guess, what is it, 36? Let me get this order up here again. Let me get this order up. Okay? So the Texans are obviously next. The Titans are third. And the Raiders are pick 37. So my brother has him going pick 37 is where he has Shedeur going. We will see if he's right. We're going to have to hold him accountable. So you got to stay on here until at least pick 37 to see if the Raiders get him. The Patriots are pick 38. I expect them to go receiver there for Drake May. And I think there's still a couple really good ones that are on the board. Okay? Now, let's see. Don't matter who the draft because Bryce Young runs this league. This Bryce Young, listen, I'm not going to mention this Bryce Young thing again. I'm going to give you what you have there. That's fine, okay? You can keep talking about Bryce Young. It's the last time I'm going to talk about him. And I like Bryce Young a lot. But we're not playing around on the shot clock, all right? We're having fun, but we're also being serious. So, who do the Jags get? See what pick they are, right? The Jags are pick... Well, the Jags traded their pick, remember? They traded their pick in the Travis Hunter deal. So they don't have a second-round pick. So here comes the pick for the Texans. The Texans pick is in. The Texans have traded. The Seahawks are on the clock. Well, the Texans didn't trade. But the Texans took Jaden Higgins, who's a receiver from Iowa State. Surprising receiver pick there. He's a good player, but I didn't expect him to go this early. Alexander's he's going to make fun of Tyler Shuck. He hates him. But the Seahawks are on the clock at 35 now. There's been a trade. And the Seahawks are on the clock. Seahawks traded 52 and 82 for 35 from the Titans. So now they move up to 35. They obviously have someone in mind. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised here with Pete Carroll. They're either going to go get one of the receivers because they just lost Lockett. They just lost Metcalf. They need receivers for Darnold. I think Luther Burden is the pick here. Alexander, back me up. I think Luther Burden is the pick here for the Seahawks at pick 35. That is what I think. That is what I think. I would say Trey Harris or Luther Burden. Those are my two options. I think it'll be Luther Burden. But I think the Seahawks, it's clear they need receiver help. And now that they saw Jaden Higgins go, that's one off the board again. They need receiver help. They need a replacement for both DK and for Tyler Lockett. They got Darnold in there now. He needs help. You can't just have JSN running around by himself. So I'm gonna actually go with Trey Harris because they have Burden as its slot guy and they already have JSN. So I'm gonna go with Trey Harris, but I bet you it's one of those guys. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. My brother is on the chat as well. What do you think? Who do you think they're gonna draft right now? Alexander, what do you think? What do you think in terms of who they're going to take? Good pick for the Texans, by the way, in drafting a receiver. They needed one. Diggs is gone. Tank Dell is injured probably for the season, and who knows what he's going to be when he comes back. They needed one in the worst way, and they got one. So now they add Jaden Higgins to Nico Collins, and they have John Mechie, and they have Hutchinson, a few other guys there. But that's not going to be enough. They need more than that. And they got a receiver, which is big. Appreciate you, chat. The Seahawks are trading for, it looks like Nick Emanwari. Wow, they're not taking a receiver here. I guess I was dead wrong. The guy from Bama who won the Heisman a couple years ago is the greatest of all time. Oh, God. Oh, boy. John's really pushing my buttons here. He cannot help himself, that's for sure. He can't help himself. Appreciate you, chat. They took... So the pick is in for the Seahawks. The pick is in for the Seahawks. Let me just double check it. I want to make sure. Yes, they did. They took safety Nick Emanwari, which is very surprising. He's a great fit for the Seahawks defense, but very surprising that they wouldn't try to draft a QB there without them having without them having Tyler Lockett or Metcalf anymore. I'm very surprised at that. As a Pats fan, should you be excited about Diggs? I think it was a good move for the Pats, but he's not the same receiver as he used to be. I think he's a solid, veteran guy to have there, which is good, but they need more than that. To me, they need to go get a young receiver as well. Like, Diggs is not enough. Diggs is not enough. He's not enough at all. And I think... I like the move, but they need more. And if I were them, I would draft a receiver. Now, they're coming up on the clock, I think, next. And I would expect Burden to go there. They need a slot. Well, they have Demario Douglas. He's fine. I don't think he's really he's not a huge threat there. He's a solid, third, fourth receiver. I think they need to go get, whether it's Burden or Harris, I think they need to go get one of those guys. That's what I think. So we'll see after the safety goes to the Seahawks in a trade. We'll see now. Yes, you were not getting Diggs from 3 years ago, Kenny. That is correct. We'll see now what happens. We'll see what happens now. As it comes up to the Browns are selecting running back Keyshawn Judkins at 36. Wow, he goes ahead of his teammate Travion Henderson. That is an absolute shock. I like Judkins a lot, but him going ahead of Henderson is a shock. And the Browns, they needed a running back. Chubb is not the same player, obviously. And Jerome Ford's not really a starter, so you got to like that spot for Judkins there. You got to like that spot. So Judkins goes 36 to the Browns. Now, remember, the Browns had 2 picks because they made the trade. So they take the linebacker, Carson Schwessinger, and now they take Keyshawn Judkins at 36. The Patriots are coming up in a couple picks. You first got the Raiders. This is another potential spot for Shedeur. We know that Brady likes Shedeur. I got the Bucks tonight, Owen, but I think the Bucks are going down in 5. So this is the last game I think they'll win. This is the last game I think they'll win. So, the last game, the only game I think they'll win, I should say. So here we go. The Browns get the running back, Keyshawn Judkins, really good player. Surprised he went ahead of his teammate. Really surprised he went ahead of his teammate, Travion Henderson. He's still very good, though. Now, Browns did not take a QB. So we know that now, right? We know that. But the next spot, the Raiders at 37 is another potential destination for QB, and the Saints at 40. So those would be your two spots potentially for Shedeur or whatever the next quarterback would be.
So Nick Emanwari, hard-hitting guy who absolutely lit up the combine. You had all of the safeties in vertical jump, raw jump, bench press reps, second best
Appreciate you, Ron. I do. I don't want you to miss the Celtics, but let me tell you something, Ron. You know that, let's be honest, they're not losing that series anyway. So, it doesn't really matter. I mean, they can win that series blindfold. All right? Who's playing behind me? Mets. Mets, Boynton. Mets, Nats. So I got, on my right screen, I got the NFL draft. I got Mets, Nats over here. And then on my monitor screen over here, I got Celtics, Magic. So that's what I got. So a little bit of everything. A little mishmash. A little hodgepodge, as we say. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. I appreciate you, chat. We're also live on YouTube with all the trimmings. With the draft game cast, so you can follow along with the picks. I'm on Twitter on there. I'm doing a bunch of stuff reacting. So if you follow me on YouTube, if you go on my YouTube live, you'll get a more comprehensive experience. If you just want to hear me yap, you stay here on TikTok. We got you covered throughout the draft. So Keyshawn Judkins, remember, he will be staying in the state of Ohio. He'll be staying in Ohio. From Ohio State, now he's playing in Cleveland. So a homecoming for Keyshawn Judkins as he gets to stay home. The Browns may still re-sign Chubb, supposedly, but this is obviously a big move and something that Judkins now you'd think would be the lead guy there. As the Celtics lead 17-9 in Orlando, I expect that to be a quick and easy death for the Magic. I don't expect them to do much in this series, and that's obviously they got Tatum and Brown in the lineup tonight, so we'll see what happens now with the Raiders at 37. This is the spot here, folks, where if you're a Shedeur Sanders fan or if you want a quarterback to be drafted, this would be where it would be. Okay? It's Kinshawn Judkins, buddy. Okay? It's Kinshawn Judkins. All right? Quinshawn Judkins, not Queenshawn. Okay? I know you're like 8 years old, but still, you gotta know. All right? You gotta know it. If we're gonna do it live and we're gonna do it on national TV and you're gonna have it live in Green Bay, you gotta know how to pronounce the kid's name. So I'm gonna call it like it is. I'm gonna call out the 8-year-old who announced the pick. Gotta know it. Kinshawn Judkins. So now we got the Raiders on the clock. Will the Raiders take a QB here? That's the question. That is the question. So Judkins takes the drive from Columbus to Cleveland. Easy enough. Judkins season in fantasy, says a lot of people. A lot of people love it. A lot of people love it for fantasy purposes. As Taylor lines a base hit into center. Oh, no, he didn't. He lined out. Oh, boy. Appreciate you, chat. Kenny, I don't think the Bucs are coming back in this series. I hate to tell you. I wish I could, but I hate to tell you. The Bucs do not look good in any stretch. So, let's see what we got here with the Raiders. Who will the Raiders take now? The Dolphins trade up with the Raiders to 37. Wow, look at that. So there you go. The Dolphins have traded up to 37 with the Raiders. Now, what are they going to do here? What are the Dolphins trading up for? So the Raiders are not taking a quarterback at this pick because they've traded to Miami. Miami is now on the clock at 37. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We're live here on TikTok. We're live on YouTube. We have this huge live stream watch party going on for the draft. And if you want to follow along with the picks as they come in, follow what we're doing on Twitter reactions. Then if you want the visuals, then go on YouTube because we got everything up on there. All right? So don't forget to do that. If you want to do that, if you want to stay here on TikTok and just listen to me yap, then you can do that too. Appreciate you, chat. All right? The Dolphins have traded. This is what they traded for 37. They traded 48, 98, and 135 to the Raiders for 37 and 143. So they gave up a couple picks there. And now we'll see who they're going to take here at 37. So the Raiders move back to 48 in this round. So it doesn't look like the quarterback is going. The Dolphins are taking Jonah Savaiinaea. Something like that.
Guys to protect Tua, right? They sure do.
So
Team could be a spot for an offensive tackle there, Reese, but this offseason they saw Terrar Armstead head off into
we'll see now that the Patriots will be on the clock.
Coach, I would have argued for Miami to really reinforce
The Patriots will be on the clock.
that scheme. They need big athletic offensive linemen. We'll see whether they tap into that right now with pick number 37.
See what we got here.
Tua gets the ball out of his hands quickly. He's had to last couple of years.
So big trade there.
One of the guys
And
sees him every week. Desmond goes to the games. He sees
the Dolphins end up
They only win when Tua's playing.
with Jonah Savaiinaea.
Big protect him.
So, picks as they come in. Let's do a little recap real quick. We had the UCLA linebacker Schlesinger goes to the Browns with the first pick in the second round. Receiver Jaden Higgins from Iowa State goes to the Texans second. Nick Emenwari goes to the Seahawks in a trade. And then Kinshawn Judkins goes to Ohio State. Goes to the Browns at 36, staying in the state of Ohio. And they don't take a quarterback now. The Dolphins take.
time to go to the stage.
To announce the Miami Dolphins selection, please welcome Dolphins fullback, 2020
They expect the lead back for the Browns to be Kinshawn Judkins, and he will get the
University of Wisconsin alum,
get goal line work as well. So there you go. So
All right, we got a trade. We got a trade here. The Las Vegas Raiders have traded the 37th pick to the Miami Dolphins. With that being said, the 37th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft.
So the top offensive lineman on the board now goes to the Dolphins, Jonah Savaiinaea, which they need protection. They need protection for Tua. We know that. They need it bad.
Jonah Savaiinaea
So the Dolphins felt like they couldn't wait till 48. They wanted him. They saw him drop, and they got him.
different places along the offensive line. He was born and raised
So
in America's Samoa alongside two brothers. And
that's how you look at that.
got a younger brother, Junior.
The question is, when will these quarterbacks go? When will another quarterback go?
As teammates in Tucson. And Jonah, not
No Shadur, no Milroe, nothing yet. No Shuck.
church, he's a very
Where will the next QB go? That is the big question.
multi-dimensional guy, but most importantly,
That is the big question.
handed quarterback.
So,
That's essential right here, Reese. He can play from a lot of different spots, though. His first year play, he was
very fascinating stuff here as we begin the second round. Because there's not many spots for a QB, right? Like, right now, the Patriots are up. You'd have to think they're going to go receiver here. I would say Luther Burden would make a lot of sense for them.
gotta have it situation. This
And then
standing feet to
at 40 is the Saints, and that's where you're expecting Shadur to potentially go.
finish at the point of attack. Play with the big
That's where you would expect him to go.
chance.
I think this guy's a really good player, but I think a lot of people liked him as an interior player.
So, we'll have to see what happens.
Struggling pass pro range-wise a few times, but I really like the
And we're going to wait for the Patriots pick as they are on the clock now.
Savaiinaea is picked 37th at the New England Patriots, who took an offensive lineman, Will Campbell, in the first round on the clock.
Patriots on the clock. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. Patriots going to take Milroe? Yeah, I would say absolutely not. That is not happening. They have Drake May already. They're not looking for that.
Dell AI and Intel.
It's far from what's going to happen.
Miles of track.
But thanks for chiming in. Appreciate you, chat. Wow. So let's see. What pick do we got here?
Exactly where you belong.
Get those signaling devices ready. The new season of Jeopardy Masters is here.
I made flashcards. I should have worked more on the bus.
What pick do we have here?
9 elite champions.
What is a ginkgo?
You got it.
I'm wearing them.
Oh, look at that. But who has
Patriots. Will the Patriots take a receiver like everyone wants them to?
champion? I love all Jeopardy contestants.
But you like me more than that.
They think Judkins is going to be a bell cow back in Cleveland. You would have to expect he's going to go somewhere at the top of the fantasy draft now. The Jags, Arizona will grab Sanders. I don't see the Jags grabbing Sanders, Boynton. They're not going to put that pressure. They invested so much in Trevor Lawrence. I just don't see it. I'm watching the draft on ABC. Bill, where are you watching?
Coast to coast. We got a hell of a show.
What are you watching?
Incredible performances.
So I don't think the Jags go anywhere near a quarterback. I think the Cardinals Once again, they have Kyler Murray there. I know he's wearing out his welcome a little bit. Is that the sign? Is that the direction you want to point in, and that's the tone you want to set for your young quarterback who you still think can be good? I don't think that's the move, in my opinion. I don't. Still waiting for this pick to come in here.
I'm gonna take the elevator to victory.
Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. New episode Wednesday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
If I could choose, I would stay with you. Always.
So,
Thursday. We celebrate the life of Captain Robert Wade Nash when his son falls.
here we go with...
He gave his life so I could live. I'm just not sure what I'm supposed to do with that.
What do we have here? Hunter and Sanders won't be together again. It doesn't look like it, does it? I know you want that to happen, but it ain't going to happen.
An emotional all-new 911 Thursday on ABC.
So someone just tweeted, which is a hilarious tweet. The Browns had 2 picks in the second round, have Deshaun Watson as their main QB, and still didn't go Shedeur Sanders. Wow. That is true, and that is a indictment on Shedeur, that's for sure. They obviously didn't want him at all.
Look at the Judkins family. Quinshawn Judkins, recently of Ohio State, selected
So let's see here.
with a 36th overall pick.
We still don't have a pick for the Pats as they are on the clock. The pick is in for the Pats.
It's about halfway through, a little over halfway through the first round. Now, there have been 5 Buckeyes from the national champion selected so far.
The pick is in for the Pats. Still waiting for it to come down the pike here.
You guys both, and they all know, well know. Why are the 2 most talented players on that team?
They're selecting Travion Henderson with the 38th pick. Wow.
Wide receiver, Caleb
Wow, look at that.
defensive side of the ball.
Huge pick for the Patriots. They are taking a running back. They are taking a running back, so now you'd have to think it's Ramondre and Travion Henderson together. It's an interesting spot there. Henderson, so you have to think here, if you're a betting man, right? The Browns obviously thought that the Patriots were going to take Judkins, and I bet you they would have. So they jumped them so they could get Judkins, and now the Patriots took Travion Henderson. So there you go. So a couple big running backs go here early. The Buckeyes go back-to-back. The Buckeyes go back-to-back.
To help make the New England Patriots selection,
So you got both guys going back-to-back.
athletes Xavier Goff and Unified Sports Partner Reed Turner. Both are Unified Flag football teammates from Special Olympics.
Wow. That's wild. The Patriots, listen. They get Travion Henderson.
Special Olympics is one of the league's play 60 community.
Now they're locked in there. So string of running backs going here.
The NFL and Special Olympics team up to provide opportunities for athletes of all
String of running backs going here.
to get active through unified.
You had Judkins go last pick. Now you have Henderson go this pick. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We got you live on the draft for the rest of this round. I'm going to get you through the Giants pick. And then next, I will get you the second half if it's a close game of Timberwolves-Lakers. I'll give you play-by-play of that, which I will be back for. So just stay tuned. Call my girlfriend real quick. Make sure she's good, because that's what you got to do.
England Patriots select Travion Henderson, running back, Ohio State.
That tricked me, a little protection last night and a weapon to work with this time around. Travion Henderson, who was
So,
during the college football playoff, nobody gave
to run on the Ohio State running backs, they go back-to-back.
but also running and catching out of the
Hi, you reached Crystal. I'm sorry.
with his teammates. He was such a big part of that spirit.
So Travion Henderson,
Ran through the Ohio State team and across campus last year. Certainly just played a great ability to lead. He was the #1 running back coming out of high school at ESPN 300. And those 414 scrimmage yards led everybody as he helped the Buckeyes win the national championship.
He really did. And we saw Travion Henderson for about 3 seasons in Ohio State. Last season, I think, was his best because obviously Quinshawn Judkins came and they were
so let's see, Henderson.
so dangerous with the ball in his hands. I mean, if you blink, he's past you.
And Henderson's a nice addition with Ramondre Stevenson. That's a nice addition. Those guys are very similar to each other. So,
You know, I think this guy is a home run hitter. He's a great route runner. I hear you saying take that to the house against, Texas in the playoffs. But, this guy, to me, is going to be a great third down back. Watch him pick up the blitz here on this third down. Linebacker. Now, nobody's going to be able to recover this guy. When he goes out for a pass.
they love Travion Henderson. They think he's a great third down back and to pick up the block is what Nick Saban says. And you know Nick Saban. Does Dylan Gabriel go here? No chance. The Pats got Travion Henderson, the running back from Ohio State. He's a very explosive player. I like that for New England. Now you put him with Ramondre Stevenson, and that's a nice little running back duo there. I probably would have gone receiver over running back, but they got Drake May a weapon, which was important. Which was definitely important. So, we're brought to you here we're powered by Say Less here on the Shot Clock. We got you live through the end of this round and then probably the beginning of the third. We appreciate you, chat. Keep you posted on the NBA and the MLB and anything else. So right now, we got Henderson is the 38th pick, and we got the Bears on the clock at 39. The Bears need O-line help. They need defense.
He's got to keep him healthy because before Quinshawn got there, he was always kind of nicked up, so it's important to keep him healthy.
And let's think holistically about this Patriots team right now on offense. If they got points last year, it was grinded out. They had to earn every last
Yeah.
yard. Every once in a while, Coach,
What's up, Meech? How we doing? The Steelers didn't pick yet. Who do I think's getting Shadur? Well, so the Steelers are picking, and they're not picking until the third round. The Steelers don't have a pick here. So they didn't get anyone yet. I think Shadur is the chance for him to go is at 40 to the Saints. If he doesn't go there, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if he's going to go in this round even. The pick is in for the Bears. Let's see what we got here for Chicago.
Chicago Bears hope that Caleb Williams will do in addition to his vast improvisational skills as
The Bears have taken Luther Burden with the... I don't understand this at all. I really don't understand this from a Bears standpoint. You have 52 receivers on that team. How many receivers do you want? You took a Dunze last year in the first round. You got DJ Moore there as a stud. You just took Colston Loveland, who's your first round, your top 10 pick for a tight end. Now you take a receiver again? I know, listen. I know you can't have enough weapons on offense, but man, do you need a receiver there? I don't see how you need a receiver there. I don't get it at all. I really don't get it at all.
And then as soon as you pick him, it's all. Is he really going to be what we want?
I don't get it.
Please welcome NFL legend
Luther Burden, who I like, by the way. They need an offensive line help, in my opinion. They get another receiver. They've taken 62 receivers in the last 2 rounds. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We're here on the Shot Clock.
Chicago, where you at? That's what I'm talking about. All right.
Now you got the Saints on the clock. So will Shadur go here? Remember, the Bears have another pick at 41, too. So they're coming up next again. Maybe they'll take an offensive lineman there. They were worried about Burden going, but...
The 2025 NFC North champions, Chicago Bears, select Luther Burden III, wide receiver, Missouri. Congratulations, young man. Bear down.
This guy's getting a little ahead of himself.
Antoine Randall Elliott. With this pick, here. Luther Burden, the explosive receiver from Missouri at Chicago, trying to take a page right out of that Detroit Lions playbook from last year, bringing in an offensive
Crazy.
Ben Johnson getting weapons like Luther Burden.
But I tell you what, this guy is the most electric.
A lot of people think this is a steal of the draft, and I kind of agree. I like Burden a lot. Let's hear it. Let's hear what Saban says.
But this guy can go now. I think he's one of the best guys that you could pick to make big plays in a lot of different ways on your team. You see him catching the deep ball right there. Great run after catchability. He's going to catch a little 5-yard stop route right here, and can't get him on the ground, which I like them guys. Can't get him on the ground.
Yeah, Coach, he's a dynamic playmaker with explosive skills. When you look at his style of play, it's kind of like a basketball player. He has a great feel for the zone, but then as a point guard, he's explosive too. He was an excellent.
He's an explosive player.
Some of his college coaches, high school coaches say he probably could have played in the NBA, but great hands, very reliable. I like his game.
Coach mentioned he likes players that are dangerous with the football in their hands. How about this? Back as a true freshman in 2022, Luther Burden III had 6 receiving touchdowns. He had a pair of rushing touchdowns. He also took a punt return to the house. He became the first FBS freshman to do that.
Burden's a stud, though. He's an absolute stud.
That scouts are trying to figure out from Burden this past season is, why did your production nearly halve during your final college season? Wasn't the best year for Burden. A lot of talent there.
Over 1,000 yards after the catch since 2023. He was a highly coveted recruit. Opted to stay home because of the impact that he could make in the area.
Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. Meach wants Shedeur. Well, you might get him in the 3rd round at this point. If he doesn't go here to the Saints, I don't see where he's going to go.
I decided to stay home for school because, I felt like I could, make a huge impact.
Hey, let's go. Turn up. It's camp time. Come on.
Let's see where he's going to go.
I'm fortunate to give back to my community and throw free football camps for the kids, just come out.
Ben Johnson loves his receivers, I'll tell you that. He wants to score a ton. He wants to score in bunches. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat.
Making it to the NFL, I wanted to know.
Tyler Shuck goes to the Saints at 40. So the Saints do take a QB, but they take Tyler Shuck instead of Shedeur Sanders, instead of Jalen Milroe. Absolutely insane. So Louisville quarterback Tyler Shuck goes at 40 to the Saints. That's your next QB taken. He's about 52 years old. I'm kidding. He's 26, but he's an old quarterback. He's had 7 years in college. He's got a big arm. He's a strong kid. But I'm very surprised that they went with Shuck over Milroe or obviously Shedeur. But that's what they do. And Shedeur Sanders will have to wait even longer. So they don't like Shedeur either. And at this point, I don't know if Shedeur's going in this round.
Now, a lot of people have said leading up to this.
People think Shedeur's getting blackballed. I don't see him getting blackballed. I don't think that's the case.
They did a lot of homework on Tyler Shuck throughout the pre-draft process. Didn't get as much of a strong sense that Shedeur Sanders was on their radar. Also did some homework on Jackson Dart. He's an SEC kid, not too far of a commute there.
So unbelievable.
But Kellen Moore, of course, the head coach here.
Tyler Shuck
has played with a lot of different styles of quarterback
to the Saints. No Shedeur Sanders.
Three guys who get the job done at a different
No Shedeur Sanders.
How would you approach this right now, Nick? If you had an older quarterback, maybe not sure about his health right now, how would you look at this?
Unbelievable.
For a young quarterback to come to a situation.
What are people going to say about Shedeur now? They're going to really, there's people that are going to be pissed.
Prepare and see how a guy goes out and practices every day, so you can kind of emulate that and be able to take your game up to another level.
So the Saints pick is now in, and we'll see what they do. Offensive line in the 1st round. How will they complement that with this most recent pick?
To announce the New Orleans Saints selection, please welcome NFL legend, 2017 first-round draft pick, 3-time.
This is wild. Give me 1 second. Something with the Mets. They just called a triple play. Did he catch that? He didn't catch it. He got stopped. Terrible call.
The New Orleans Saints select Tyler Shuck, quarterback, Louisville.
Well, we saw Tyler Shuck right off the top of the show with the dog tally. Somewhere Peter Hurst reaffirms that the dog is involved in the celebration.
Certainly, Nimmo at the end goes both took off as though they thought it was on the ground.
And now they're stuck in the run anyways, because what do? They can't go backwards. Who are you going to call the double play? You know, forward.
This guy would have got picked a long time ago.
It's not going to get overturned.
He hadn't played that many games in college.
This is where
This guy's got
none of you guys on the field saw the play as we saw it. Come on.
A leader in the face of the
Goes in the books as a triple play that ends the inning.
and he's athletic enough to move around in the pocket and make plays. So
And now where Marquez is
like this
going.
guy. I think he's got, I think he's got a great future.
I think there are two ways to look at the age of Tyler Shuck. He'll be 26 by week 4.
Wow.
of the regular season. Does that make
That's crazy.
that much more to develop, or does that mean that
Umpire missed the call if you're watching baseball.
Well, I think he already knows he's on the wrong side, and that's why he's walking in and giving him his chance to yell. Here's the hit from Winker, and he gets a short box. Lower first base. And he had to go for running on the whole thing. Kimmo didn't run until he thought the ball was down. So, yeah, it takes Alfonso Marquez. Well, so at second base, they say that
He's even on the move. He doesn't lose his accuracy.
Wow.
Now, of course, he has the medical history, but when you get behind that, like Coach said, he can make all the throws very accurate on the move or in the pocket. To me, he's a prototypical pocket quarterback, and you want to keep him protected because of the medical history, but he can make plays outside the pocket, Coach.
You know, being able to change your arm angle like that, and get that much zip on the ball, and then the guy's an adequate runner. You know, I mean, it's not like he's just, a stationary target in the pocket, so he can move around, and it does not affect his accuracy.
he had a couple of season-ending injuries, or notable injuries, you say, during his college career.
My bad, chat.
Non-throwing shoulder, so less of a concern for New Orleans. I tell you what, this Notre Dame game.
So you got Tyler Shuck going to the Saints. It will not be Shedeur Sanders. So let's see, where is he going to go now?
And Tyler Shuck had a pretty darn good day against that Notre Dame defense. It's going to have some players drafted both this year and in subsequent years. He was down at the Senior Bowl. I thought threw the ball as well as any of the quarterbacks there in.
So Shedeur Sanders is now still sitting there. Shuck goes before him.
Perhaps the order of the quarterbacks is the most surprising.
Dart goes before him. Cam Ward obviously goes before him. Wild. The Bills move up and are now on the clock. They trade with Chicago. Chicago trades their pick. The Bills trade 56, 62, and 109. And the Bears trade 41, 72, and 240. So they move up a couple times.
Every quarterback coach I talked to in the NFL.
So there you go.
Absolutely love the mental part of this guy's game.
Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. I got you through.
He's been in the pro
Nathaniel Lowe. Pick it up. Come on, yes. We got. Field mentioned all of those injuries. He broke his collarbone a couple of times. He broke his leg at one point too, in addition to some other bumps and bruises. He backed up Justin Herbert, starting his career at Oregon, went to Texas Tech, won the job, started there, and then went to Louisville. And when you go and
So unbelievable. Tyler Shuck is the third quarterback taken, which is just astonishing.
press him into service,
Absolutely astonishing.
on the health and status of Derek Carr. So Tyler Shuck.
In the air, it's going to be a triple play.
And going to the Saints. We talked a little bit about
That's a triple play.
Jeez.
It's over. Lowe caught the ball according to the first base umpire, Alfonso Marquez. Play unless some viewable play, and Alfonso out. But it hit the ground. So it was a bad call.
Unbelievable. These umps are terrible. These refs and these umps are absolutely terrible. Now it's absolutely teeming in Washington. Couldn't be raining any harder than it is. So Tyler Shuck's dog is involved in the as a celebration, as we say, as we see him celebrating there. So unbelievable that the Saints took Tyler Shuck instead of Shedeur Sanders.
It was definitely memorable for sure. I'm just so blessed to be here with all my friends and family and former teammates and coaches. Just kind of been along this whole journey.
So Buffalo trades up. They get defensive tackle TJ Sanders, who has a very high ceiling. He is a very high ceiling player. Good pick by the Bills. So to recap you a little bit, last 5 picks, Kinshawn Judkins goes 36 to the Browns. Jonas Avenea, the offensive guard, goes to the Dolphins at 37. Travion Henderson goes 38 to the Patriots. Luther Burden goes 39, receiver from Missouri, to the Bears. And now Tyler Shuck goes 40 to the Saints. And now the Bills take the defensive tackle at number 41. So unbelievable.
Did you have one for every team just in case?
Yeah, we had one for every team. We were prepared.
Wow.
You know what? That's what I want to hear from a quarterback.
So, and by the way, just to update you guys, the Magic have taken a 4-point lead over the Celtics in the second quarter.
Wish you well in New Orleans.
Don't expect them to win that game anyway.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
As Tyler Shuck.
So just a horrendous fall here for Shadur Sanders, as he just cannot find a place.
Unfortunately, as a young man who grew up a Saints fan in the 70s, there weren't a lot of legends outside of Arkansas.
So the Saints take Tyler Shuck.
We had a rough run there for
Unbelievable.
the Bills have not had a rough run. They just can't quite get to that.
By the way, Tyler Shuck is the same age as Trevor Lawrence, just so you guys know.
Bills selection,
He's the same age as Trevor Lawrence.
NFL legend and Wisconsin Badger alum Lee Evans.
So, so the Bills get their man. They get defensive tackle. So, listen, chat. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We got you through this round, through the Giants pick at 65. And we're watching the Celtics Magic. We're watching the Mets. We're watching a bunch of other shit. Get you through that.
Somebody's ready to dive off and break a table in honor of T.J. Sanders among those Buffalo fans, but they're going to like this guy. He can get quick interior pressure. Since the start of 2023, less than 2.5 seconds he was able to get that pressure. He's got a lot of versatility, Des.
Yeah, man, he's very powerful.
Unreal.
Has heavy hands. He eats up blocks all the time. Great blend of power and pressure. Accelerates through blocks. And I spoke to his coach, man, Coach Beamer. He says, this guy will tell you right now that he's still the best basketball player on their football team because he used to hoop too.
Hi.
So it explains his good football.
Where are you?
and his athleticism, coach.
Okay, because I was worried about you. I haven't seen you or heard from you.
Great initial quickness. Got really good change in direction, as you see right here.
Okay. It's okay. I'm just making sure you're good. That's all. Yo, what's up, bros? All right. Okay, I'll see you soon. The chat. I'm on live. Yeah, I'm on live. Yeah, I'm on live right now. All right, I'll see you soon. Got my girl on the way. You know how it is. Nice little Friday night. Got your girl on the way. It's what it is. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. The Lakers are playing at 9:30 tonight, yes, and I'll be doing play-by-play live here at the second half. If that game's close, I'll do the second half for you guys, and we could do that live. I'll get off here, and I'm going to restart it, and we'll do that on TikTok. So stay tuned for that. Appreciate you, chat, as always. We're also live on YouTube with the visuals. If you want to follow pick by pick with us, you could do that. As TJ Sanders goes to the Bills at 41, you can go on our YouTube and follow us and go live with us on YouTube. Mason Taylor to the Jets, exactly what they wanted at pick 42. So great pick for the Jets there. You know, there was talk they were going to take Tyler Warren. They had that pick potentially early on. They decided to go with the offensive tackle Membu. And now Mason Taylor, who is the third best tight end in the draft, and a good tight end, falls all the way to 42. Some had him at the late first. Some had him potentially going early in the early second. He goes to 42, and the Jets get a kind of a mulligan there and get to take the tight end as well. So the Jets with a good pick as we head to pick number 43 now, which will be the San Francisco 49ers at 43. San Francisco 49ers at 43.
Being a cop is stressful.
So,
Every year on the job is different. No guts, no glory.
Showtime.
Get ready for an all-new season of Celebrity Wheel of Fortune.
To be here with two legends.
Big names, big laughs, and big wins for charity.
$1 million.
So the 49ers are on the clock with this pick.
Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. New episode Wednesday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
So here we are.
Signaling device is ready. The new season of Jeopardy Masters is here.
I made flashcards. I should have worked more on the buzzer. Wednesday.
Finally champions.
What is a ginkgo?
You got it.
I'm wearing them.
Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We got the Niners on the clock
Jeopardy Masters champion. I love all
as the Jets take Mason Taylor, tight end at LSU. I like that pick a lot for them. Very good pick for the Jets. They needed it. They needed the tight end. They wanted the tight end. They didn't take T.J. Warren in round 1, and now they luck into Mason Taylor. So, good job by them.
Football is the fastest growing sport in the
Good job by them.
Football Championships on ESPN and ABC, July 18th through the 20th on ESPN Plus.
And everyone's saying Sanders' interviews must have been horrific. Yeah, I'd say. It's not looking good, is it? Damn. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat.
Back to the tackling football.
So let's see what the Niners pick here is.
Second overall pick in the draft, 10th pick here in the second round. They took Armand Mimbu, the offensive tackle from Missouri, with the 7th overall pick last night. So with Mimbu in the fold, they are still looking for a wide receiver. And of course, they have Justin Fields in that quarterback.
Let's see what they do here.
Start now as Field Yates, best available overall, brought to you by Courtyard by.
So the league source, this is your league source as to why the Saints took Tyler Shuck over Shedeur. He's talented, quote unquote. He's talented, did well in the interview process, and the film was good. Did well in the interview process. That tells you all you need to know about why they didn't take Shedeur. That seems like a dig at Shedeur there.
To announce the New York Jets selection,
Definitely seems like a dig.
legend, two-time first-team All-Pro, and five-time
That is for sure.
John Abraham.
With the 42nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Mason Taylor, tight end, LSU.
The son of the great Jason Taylor, who played a single season for the Jets in his storied career. Mason Taylor was terrific for the Bayou Bengals.
Oh, man, you know, this is one of my favorite tight ends. I know we had some good ones last night, but when you look at Mason Taylor, 6'5", 255 pounds, he runs extremely well for his size. He's not just an in-line tight end. You know, they're flexible out in the slot, too. Obviously, Coach, you know his dad, Jason Taylor, pretty well.
I know Zach, too.
Zach Thomas is
So this is the biggest recruiting mistake we ever made.
Wow.
Like, this guy's the best tight end we had in camp. Here he beats us and knocks us out of the playoffs right here.
So Mason Taylor goes to the Jets. Good pick for the Jets there. And Nick Saban's raving about him because he played well against against Alabama. E, you can guess every pick before it's announced? All right, let's hear it. Shedeur has not been drafted. No. He has still not been drafted. I don't know where he's going to go now either. The Rams maybe at 46 would be the one that you're looking at, which is about 5 picks away. That's the next landing spot. Who's going to the Niners at 43 then? E? Let's hear it.
Is a really good player. He's my favorite all-around tight end.
This guy's a security blanket, isn't he? Everything you throw his way, you know he's going to bring it down. Didn't average a huge number of yards.
What do you got?
You think about the quarterback now in place in New York, Justin Fields. Not a quarterback who has always been known for his precision accuracy.
Mason Taylor going to the Jets. 49ers have the next pick.
Bay Area! Bay Area! Bang, bang, 49ers.
So the Niners, now the pick is in.
With the 43rd.
You're waiting for your source? Yeah, you're waiting for them to announce it, E, is what you're doing. I get it. Nice work. Very clever.
Alfred Collins.
They took Alfred Collins, defensive tackle. So Alfred Collins
Really deep defensive front the last few years.
goes to the Niners, and the Niners, you know what, they got Saleh back over there as their D coordinator. They're going defense, defense, defense. They take Texas D lineman Alfred Collins, and they have more trenches work for Robert Saleh. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We're on YouTube. We're on TikTok. We're everywhere that you'd want us to be. Excuse me. So Alfred Collins, here's the tape on him. Here's the analysis. You want to read it? Pre-draft analysis. Collins is a massive and versatile defensive lineman with excellent length. He can line up anywhere along the D-line. He stacks tackles, guards, and centers. Powerful edge rusher, gets his hands up. He had 7 passes defended. So, looks like they got a pretty good player. No one's picked Will Johnson yet, no. I think that injury history has made people panic. Made people panic. So we'll see what happens here. We are at pick 44, and it is going to be the Dallas Cowboys. So will they, there was rumors they wanted a running back. Judkins was a possibility there. He's obviously gone. Will Jerry Jones surprise everyone and take Shedeur Sanders? Wow, that would be fucking crazy. That would be epic. And then you put the pressure on Dak like that, that would be wild. That would literally be wild. Literally wild. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. Sanders to the Colts. I don't see it, Bill. I just don't see it. You know why I don't see it? You can't give up on Richardson right now. He's only been there for 2 years, and he didn't play the first year. And when he actually played the first year, he was actually not bad. It's this year that he didn't play well, and you can't give up on him after 1 year. They just signed Daniel Jones also to be his backup. I don't see them going with a second-round quarterback to make that room even murkier. I don't see it. So, we'll see, but I don't see it personally. Cowboys on the clock. The Cowboy pick is in. The Cowboy pick is in. Let's see who they take. The Cowboy pick is in. Will they take a receiver like Trey Harris here? Will they just try to mess up with everyone and take Shedeur? That's the question. Can't answer for you right now, but appreciate you, chat. Why is Scatterbo falling? He's not falling, Ashton. He's not falling. They took a DM. I don't, for some reason, my thing. I'm not getting updated here. Let me look real quick. The Cowboys took a DM. Is that what someone's saying? We'll see. I still haven't gotten that update. Scatterbo's not falling. The issue with Scatterbo was he was not rated in the top 5 or 6 backs because his 40 time was so slow at the combine. I think he ran like a 4.6, 4.7 in the 40. Now, he's a good football player. He's one of those guys that if he goes to your team, he does everything else. He's so tough, and he's such a tough kid. He's a good football player that he might he might very well be so good it doesn't matter, right? But no one wants appreciate you, E. No one wants a running back that doesn't have breakaway speed, and they don't want to take him in the second round. So that's why it's not that he's falling. It's just that his 40 time has held him back.
We have some breaking news. The Packers.
So the Magic are up by 2, by the way, in the second quarter for those Celtic Magic admirers or Celtic fans.
And they've given him jersey number 81. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
So the Cowboys took Donovan Ezeuruku. You were right. Ezeuruku, excuse me. Ezeuruku, I should say. The defensive end from Boston College. So you were right. I didn't see that come in. For some reason, it was not updating for me. So now they get Parsons some help on the edge. And the Cowboys took the DN from Boston College. The Colts are now on the clock. So let's see, E. Sleepy, who do I think is taking Shedeur? You know, I think that at this point, you're looking at two options here. I don't think the Colts take him here. I know Heath said that. I don't see it. The Rams at the next pick at 46, I think is possible. The Raiders at 48, I think is possible. Otherwise, I don't see where he's going to go before Pittsburgh picks in the third round. So there you go. So the Cowboys get their DN, their edge rusher.
Started playing at the age of 7, but even before that first birthday, his grandfather from Nigeria said, football player. Switched up to the edge. Grandpa knows best. Top edge player.
So Parsons gets some help.
He was not on it, so he used it as the lock screen on his phone for motivation. This guy can go.
If you're looking for a long, natural edge rusher, here's your answer right now. Watch the way that he uses his length and the
Field Yates likes Ezeruko as edge rusher. He likes him a lot. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We're here live on YouTube. We're live on TikTok as well. Live on TikTok as well. And we got visuals on YouTube for you. So if you want to follow the Gamecast along with us, you can go there. But we're live here on TikTok. JT Tuamulo. So listen, you're on top of it. You were on top of it.
Immediately, which is designated pass rusher on third down. But this guy, if he improves in the run game, he is going to be a great player in the NFL.
This guy won the Ted Hendricks Award for best defensive end in the
For some reason, I am not getting the updates I want right now. I don't know why. Okay.
Disruptive guys. He had 65 quarterback pressures last year. That led the nation. When you talk about using the long arm, real quickly, can you show us a little demonstration of what you mean here?
Well, when you long arm, you get into the tackle and you long arm him so that you keep him away from him, and you get his balance and you feel his balance, you decide to go in, out, or power rush.
I think you could knock me off balance pretty easily with that.
To announce Indianapolis' selection, please welcome
Here's the Colts official pick. The Colts official pick is in. JT Tuamalo as E. You should listen. E is our Adam Schefter on here, right? E, you're our Adam Schefter on here. That's what it is. DN from Ohio State, good player as well. Colts needed defensive help. They got it. So E is our Adam Schefter. So he will help us out. Long when we're on here. Oh, Jonathan Taylor's there. Jonathan Taylor announcing the pick for the Colts.
Indianapolis Colts select JT Tuimoloau, DN, Ohio State.
I don't know if he pronounced his name right, but whatever.
JT Tuimoloau, another
Oh, Tuimoloau. He did. JT Tuimoloau. All right. So I had it wrong.
Until this last season, there was of the greatness and the potential, but boy, was he terrific in the playoff. Led the Big Ten in sacks last year after playing all of those games. Terrific basketball player, too, Field.
Yeah, Reese, I'm glad this guy gave it one more year at Ohio State. I'm not sure there's a rusher who has a better plan for this.
The Rams are selecting, I got this before you, Adam. Rams are selecting tight end Terrence Ferguson out of Oregon. So they are not going with Shadur either. Shadur fall continues, and now it's if he doesn't go to the Raiders at 48, I don't see him going in this round. Unless there's a trade, obviously. Unless there's a trade, I do not see him going in this round. I don't see it. I said it. I had it. I had it before you on this one, E. I had it before you on this one.
Causing interceptions of his own.
That's what I'm talking about. The way he gets his hands up in passing lanes, then backs the ball to himself, shows his athleticism. I love the way this kid plays.
Oh, we saw a little bit of the highlight there in that Penn State game in 22 when he basically won the game.
Absolutely.
In the second half. Rams on the front for the first time.
See what happens here. Appreciate you, chat. Yeah, Sanders not to the Rams. He is not going there.
It's opened a new world for me. Now I get to hang out with NFL fans all season long. See you on game day.
Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We're live through the rest of this NFL draft second round. We're going to give you the first pick of the third round. We will be back later for Timberwolves Lakers to do a little play-by-play there.
Right now, spring deals are under $20 at the Home Depot. So no matter what you're working on, you can save big on all your spring projects.
46 was the Falcons pick. They traded to the Rams on Thursday to get James Pierce, if you wanted to know. But the Rams have passed on Shedeur as well. So the Raiders don't take him at 48.
With Indeed, you can avoid awkward salary conversations.
I don't know what to say. I don't think he's going in this round. We'll see, but I don't think so. I do not think so. What's up, Caden? How we doing, brother? How we doing? Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. Got you covered on YouTube. We got you covered on TikTok for the rest of this second round of the NFL draft. As you can see here, we're live everywhere. And if you want an update on the Celtics Magic, the Celtics have retaken the lead, and they are up 47-44 now on Orlando, with 4:25 left in the second quarter. And now, last couple picks. Mason Taylor to the Jets, tight end from LSU, good pick. Alfred Collins from goes to the 49ers from Texas, defensive tackle. Donovan Ezeruoku, edge rusher from Boston College, goes to the Cowboys. And JT Tuamawalo goes to the Colts, the edge rusher from Ohio State. So there you go. That's your last few picks. Jason says go Pacers. I think the Pacers will win this series in 5 games. That's what I think. Bill, apparently not. You know, like I think, listen, we're starting to see now. He did not, no one, it appears that those interviews really didn't go well and it was more than one, right? I mean, that's what it seems like. Because he's really fallen far now. And either teams aren't taking him because of that or they just don't think he's that good. Is that running back the Jets so good, Justin? He's very good. You mean the Pats? Sorry, Pats. He's very good. Travion Henderson, he's explosive as hell. He's a beast. Now, Ohio State was very fortunate this year. They had 2 really good running backs, and they went within 2 picks of each other. They're both starting caliber running backs. They're different styles. Kinshawn Judkins is more of a bruiser. He's more of a bell cow back, and Henderson's more of the home run hitter. But him with Ramondre Stevenson, I like it a lot. Hold on one second. Levine, I'm on a live stream right now. We're doing the NFL draft coverage. So,
is anyone going to pick this guy from college?
Shedeur Sanders? I don't know. He's fallen pretty deep now. You know, it's. I mean, a lot of people said he didn't interview well. That was a thing. He didn't interview well. They didn't like him in the interview. He also is not. He says Will Johnson to the Cards. That's a steal for the Cardinals, by the way. Will Johnson has the injury risk. People are concerned about the knee going forward, but he is a first-round talent. So that's a good pick for the Cardinals. Now, with Shedeur, you know, it's not like the problem is this. They don't, if you don't like him in the interview, and certain teams obviously didn't because he hasn't gone to this point, he doesn't have elite skills that jump off the page just as a player. You know, he was an accurate quarterback, but he doesn't have a big arm. He doesn't move well. He does not, you know, he's not a big kid. So with those things, those are the things that coaches look for when they're drafting these guys because they want things they can't teach. And then they could teach you to be a little more accurate. They could teach you to process, to learn offenses. If they can't they don't almost want quarterbacks that are, if he doesn't become Drew Brees, then what is he? Right?
Yeah,
so
at some point here, it's an asymmetric return. I mean, what pick are we at? Like,
we're at 40. Let's see. We're at 47 with the cart, and we're 48 now.
There is upside to this kid.
Yeah, there's upside for sure. There's definitely upside.
Shocked that he hasn't gone yet.
Well, I think if he doesn't go,
By the way, I'm not saying I would have picked him, but I'm shocked that someone didn't say.
Right. Someone didn't say let's take him anyway.
What's your take on the Giants?
Well, I'll say real quick, if he doesn't go to the Raiders here at the next pick at 48, I think he's going to go in the 3rd round then, unless someone trades up. Because I don't see another team that's going to take him. That none of these other teams need a quarterback. that are picking in this round. So I think if he doesn't go here 48 to the Raiders, then I don't see where he's going to go. Justin, I think Will Campbell's a great pick for the Pats. I think they needed offensive line help for Drake May. He was the best in the draft. I think it was a great pick. In terms of the Giants, I think the Giants hit a home run yesterday for a couple reasons. All you could go by is the process. I think that's what you're looking for. In the past, this regime, at times, obviously the regime before, the process has been poor, and then the result has been poor. This time, what did they need going into the draft? Well, they needed a quarterback, obviously. They wanted a quarterback of the future. But at the third pick, there was no one there who they deemed was worthy of that pick. So instead of reaching for someone and making a bad pick like they did with Daniel Jones a few years ago, they took the best player there in Carter, who's a generational type pass rusher, which is a position of need in the NFL. And they maneuvered the board well. They waited it out. They didn't trade too much. They didn't trade to get in too high. They got in at 25 where they thought he could go there, the guy that they wanted, and they got the guy that they wanted, and they didn't give up a whole lot to get him. I think you got to look at that as a big success.
Good point.
You know what I mean?
Good point.
I think at the end of the day, we don't know if Dart's going to be good. He was my number 2 quarterback on my board. I had Shedeur at 3, Dart 2, and Milroe 4. That's what I had. I had Milroe a little higher. Then I saw the Michigan highlights, and I put him down a little. So, by the way, the Raiders are trading the 48th pick to the Texans, so I don't think you're going to see Shedeur go here either.
No one wants this guy.
No one wants him. So, in my opinion, when you look at
some party they must have had last night over there
in his house. Yeah, I mean, so I think from that standpoint, if they love this guy Dart, and there are other teams that liked him too, you know, there were other teams that were high on him. If they loved him the most, then you got to get the guy. You got to go take him, because you don't want to just wait for 34 and then take a chance someone trades up and takes him, and then you have to settle for someone you didn't really want. You got to go up and take him, and they didn't give up a big price to get him. So I think to me that's a huge win, and now it's just the call is going to be, is he going to be good? Which we won't know, you know. But I think for what they wanted to accomplish going into the draft, I think they hit a home run.
So folks in the live stream really they're focused on the NFL draft, not the NBA playoff.
No, we're following both. We're following both. I'm keeping them abreast of the Magic. By the way, the Celtics are up 6 here in the second quarter, 2 minutes left. But in terms of just in the Knicks for a second, because we have obviously a little bit of a wager on the Knicks here. In the first round, it wasn't looking good after that game too. But I think you saw that was the best game they've played in a while. Was game 3.
That's scary.
What?
The best game they played, and they still needed every possession to win it.
Well, I think there's a few factors there. Number one, you're on the road in a playoff game. It's always tough to win on the road. Number 2, the Pistons crowd was great. The Pistons, their first home game, they're playing desperate in that game as well. And I think the score was a lot closer than the game was. The Knicks were up by 15 at one point. They were up by 12. They were up by 10. And then they just they do this sometimes. They fall apart at certain points of the game and they give it all back in a quick period of time. But I thought they really outplayed the Pistons all game. And, you know, they let Hardaway get loose for threes. Listen, their defense is not going to be great. They don't have a great defense. They just don't.
Cat struggles.
Yeah, he struggles. And Brunson and Cat.
Yeah.
You know, you have Brunson.
The other thing for the fans out there on the live stream that forget how intense the Detroit fan base can be.
Yeah.
Go back to watch the intros for their championship season in the playoffs.
From 2004, you mean?
Yeah.
Or what was it? 2004. Yeah.
Whatever year it was, the crowd is absolutely wild.
Really? So check that out. You heard that. Check out the Pistons crowd. The Pistons have a great fan base. They do.
Great fan base.
And
not much else going for them there in Detroit today.
They do not. They do not. But they have a great fan base. A lot of crime and a great fan base. So I would say this too, right? Like, if you're the Knicks, though, you have to look at it from this standpoint. That was the best their offense has looked in a while. They're an offensive team. They needed to unlock their offense and play enough defense. They finally did that. We didn't get a foray of Brunson dribbling around for 22 seconds and then hoisting up a shot or flipping the ball to someone to hoist up a three that with covered, right? We got ball movement. You got 4 guys with 20-plus points. You got Towns enough touches. Brunson still should take the most shots. We know that. He played well. I thought everyone played well on offense for the most part, and that's what you need. That's honestly what they need. I think if they play like that, the way they did in Game 3, this series should be over in 5 games. That's what I think. I don't think the Pistons have the talent. I don't think the Pistons are on the same levels as the Knicks on from a talent standpoint. I don't.
What about tonight's games?
Well, I think the Celtics will sweep the Magic, so I think they'll take that game. I expect the Bucks to get a game of the next 2. I think they'll win one of the next 2 games. I don't know which one. I'm going to say Game 3. So I think the Bucks get the game tonight, and they go to 2-1, but I think the Pacers win that series in 5 as well. And I think the Wolves win tonight to go up 2-1, but I think the Lakers take Game 4.
Who wins that series?
I think the Lakers win the series.
Ooh, hope so.
I still think the Lakers win the series. I think it's going to be close, but I still think the Lakers win the series.
John Morant getting injured, man.
I know, he just can't stay healthy, you know? He just cannot stay healthy.
That just sucks.
He just can't stay healthy. He can't.
It's just a bad time to talk about Jason Alexander.
What about him?
Coming to my house on Tuesday.
Oh, he's coming to your house on Tuesday?
Want to read the text messages?
No, I didn't see it.
You serious?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Well, I'm under an NDA. I don't think I'm allowed to tell us.
Especially not on a live stream. So,
Call me after the live stream.
so is this like a business thing or is this a personal thing?
Call me after the live stream.
All right, I'll call you after the live stream.
Just broke my contract.
All right, he just broke his contract with a celebrity who is apparently not coming to his house on Tuesday. So we will have to get back to him after the live stream. All right. Hey, babe. How are you? I'm just going to get through this part of the draft here. I'm not going to do the whole thing, okay? Yeah. Let's see what pick we're on here. We're on 48 or 49. I'm going to get through 65. And there's only 5 minutes per pick, so it's going much quicker. All right? How you doing? What's up? Okay. So now the Texans pick is in. Let's see who they go with here. Obviously, Will Johnson, great pick. The Texans select Minnesota offensive tackle Ursary from Minnesota. The Texans get him. He was considered an early second-round pick. They get him at 58. They get him at 48, excuse me. Very good pick for the Texans. Love that pick. So there you go. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. Andrew, what do I think Cooper Flagg's ceiling is? Top 5 player in the league. But I don't think he's a can't miss great player like everyone does. I think he's a can't miss good player. But I don't think he's a can't miss superstar. So we'll see where that leaves him. But he's got all the fundamentals. A really good player, hard worker, all those things. I expect him to be a really good player. I do. I do. So now who's on the clock? Let's see. You got the Bengals are on the clock at 49. I would expect them to take either some offensive line help or some defensive help because they need a defensive line. They need a defensive end bad. They need someone on that D line bad. So I would expect that's probably the move even over O-line. So that's where we're at right here. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We're live on YouTube. We're live on TikTok. Got my girlfriend here behind me. She has just arrived. Out of the blue. Coming out of college, who would you rather have, him or Zion? Him. Him. Now, Zion, because of the injuries, he never turned out to be what we thought. At least to this point. Doesn't mean he can't. But the injuries really sapped him of what his main focus was. I just think Flagg is more of a safe pick, and I think he's still got the upside of Zion as well. He has a higher floor. They both have a very high upside, and he has a higher floor. So that's why, Andrew. What do you think? Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. Still no Shadur Sanders. I am watching the draft, Bruce. What are you talking about? Bruce, I got the draft on next to me, you fool. Okay? You're a total fool. And if you don't like what's going on, then take a hike. Because I don't care. But if you want to stay, then stay. I got the draft right on next to me. Who's going? Yeah, that's baseball. Here, you want to see it? Here you go. How's that for you? Is that good for you? Am I allowed to watch on 2 monitors, or I only have 1 TV and I can only watch on that? How's that, Bruce? How's that for you? You always got some fool coming on trying to check you or trying to do anything, and then when you push back and you prove them wrong, they can't take it. It is what it is. That's what we got in this world now, Bruce. So there you go. I'm watching 3 things at the same time right now. I need 30 tabs. Yes, I do need 30 tabs. I do. I'm a busy man, Bruce. I got a lot of stuff going on. I do need 30 tabs. Don't need to close anything, and I ain't closing anything for you. How's that? And by the way, one of my tabs, I also have the Celtics Magic game on to keep people posted on that as well. Who's going first? But that's I'm not going to say anything more on that. I've said everything I need to say. I don't need to prove anything else to Bruce. Who's going first, Ewers or Sanders, and who you like more? I think Sanders will go first. I think Sanders will go first. I think he goes ahead of Ewers. I like both quarterbacks. I like Sanders more personally. My draft board, my quarterback draft board, and I appreciate your chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. My quarterback draft board, I went Cam Ward 1 as the Bengals have selected South Carolina linebacker Demetrius Knight at 49. So they needed a D-end or linebacker. They needed someone on defense, and they got that. I agree. I agree, Cody. I'm shocked too. I had Cam Ward 1. I had Dart 2. I had Shadur Sanders 3. I had Milroe 4. I had Shuck 5. I had Ewers 6. And I had McCord 7. That's my ranking. That is my ranking. So you can see the Seahawks taking Sanders here. I don't know. Here's the problem with that. I do, Cody. I watch baseball too. Yeah, I watch a lot of baseball. That's why I got the Mets game on behind too. I'm a big Mets fan too. Andrew, I know what you're saying, right? But here's the problem. You just signed Sam Darnold to a huge contract. So the first thing you're going to do for Sam Darnold, and you traded away, by the way, his best receiver, and then you lost, obviously Lockett doesn't really have much left in the tank at this point, but he's gone now too. So you need to replace one or both of those guys. I thought they would take a receiver with the last pick. They didn't do that. They went defense. I think they got to take a receiver here. And the last thing you want to do really after you sign Darnold, who's still a pretty young quarterback, is go get his potential replacement. I don't know. I don't know if that's the move to make right now. Yeah, Bruce, I know they got JSN. I'm aware. That's one receiver. One. And he's a slot receiver. They have no one on the outside. They have no deep threat, and they have no one on the outside. So JSN needs help. They need to get a guy on the outside, or they need a speed receiver, or both. I would have taken Burden at the last pick. They didn't do that. Or Trey Harris. Maybe Harris because they have a slot guy already in JSN, but Burden's just an explosive player. I would just want him on my team. He's a good football player. But if I were them now, Trey Harris is still there. Might go him. He's the best receiver on my board. The Ole Miss receiver. Do I think A&M is going to be Texas in the college baseball series? I will tell you this. I don't follow college baseball, Cody. I'm sorry. So I can't answer that because I don't. You want the Broncos to take Scatterbo? Listen, I think Scatterbo is a good football player. I do. The problem with Scatterbo is he does not, obviously his 40 time really hurt him, and a lot of teams are worried about that. Now, everything else he could do, and he does it really well. And he's tough as nails. He is a bulldozer. Oh, you need him to take a scat back. Okay, I got you. How do I feel about the Browns' horrid draft? Well, the one thing I would say about that is I think they got a great haul for Travis Hunter, that pick at Travis Hunter. They got a first-round pick next year, which they're going to use to try to trade up and get a quarterback if they don't have the top of the draft. So I think that was a good move. They got a second-round pick. I don't love the picks they made after that. I agree with you on that. Kinshawn Judkins, I think he's a good player, but I don't think they needed a running back right now. I think they had a lot more needs than Judkins. And Schlesinger, I agree. He's a good linebacker. I don't know that I wanted a linebacker with that pick. I would have taken a receiver if I was the Browns at 1, And you'd have to think, if you like any of those quarterbacks, maybe they don't. That they don't take a QB at all with either pick in the second round. It's kind of surprising considering they have Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco as their only 2 QBs on the roster. The best thing was, by the way, if you guys didn't see this, Kinshawn Judkins missed the draft call from the Browns because he was in the bathroom while he got picked. So they couldn't get him on the phone. They got his girl or his sister or something like that on the phone, and then he got back from the bathroom, and then he was on the phone. That's great. Bird and Green, as has no QB. Yeah. So Arroyo goes. So let's see. There was a trade here. The 50th pick goes to the Seahawks. They get Elijah Arroyo, the tight end from Miami. Good player, but old player. So they go 50. So Will Johnson says he's frustrated. He's healthy. He should have been picked earlier. Hey, we'll see. He'll get to prove that. He will get to prove that. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We got you through the rest of this second round. So the Miami tight end goes to the Seahawks. Hey, at least they got a weapon. At least they got a weapon. All right. So So he goes to Seattle there. Chandler, and I'll answer the Saints pick as well. The reason I think Shedeur is falling so far is a couple reasons here. I should say the reasons, not the reason. Number one, I don't think when you look at his tape and you look at him, he never jumped off the page to me as like an elite level prospect. And what coaches want when they're drafting a quarterback, most of the time, is they want elite level traits. He doesn't have a big arm. He's not big in stature, and he doesn't run well. So in this day and age, in this NFL, those 3 things are things you can't teach. And coaches want one of those things, a combination of things they can't teach, so then they could teach you to be a little more accurate. They could teach you to process a little better. They could teach you to learn a playbook and stuff like that. They can't teach you to have a big arm and run fast or move well. And he does not possess those traits. So when you look at that and then combine it with the fact that apparently people didn't like his interviews and put that on top of it, then it becomes something that he falls in the draft. So maybe a maturity. Krusty, you might be true. It might be maturity is a possibility as well. But I think the tape, listen, the truth is this. If he was that elite of a talent, where he was a no-brainer, right, as the Panthers are taking the 51st pick right now, let's see who that is. They took Nick Scornton from Texas A&M, the edge rusher from Texas A&M. Now, if Shedeur Sanders had like a huge arm and he was great in college, they wouldn't care about any of that stuff. They wouldn't care about the interviews. They wouldn't care about the maturity because he's so good talent-wise. You take him anyway. We've seen that a million times. We saw Laramie Tunsil a few years ago. We saw Laramie Tunsil have the weed mask on. He still got taken in the first round because they knew he was a stud tackle. And they knew he had a chance to be a star. And he became a really good player. Shedeur doesn't have that elite trait. And he doesn't have the tape for that. So unless he becomes Drew Brees, what is he going to become from a ceiling standpoint? Very accurate in college. Takes too many sacks. Doesn't have a big arm. Not a big kid. And doesn't run particularly well. So I actually think if he wasn't Deion's son, I don't think he would have even been thought about at the top of the draft to begin with. I think that helped him. And I think they look at the tape and they saw after they did the combine, and after they saw him, throw in person, they said, we're not impressed too much with all this stuff, with all his traits and his skills. And then they weren't a huge fan of him as a person, and then there it is. And then he's going to fall. That's all there is to it. So, funny, Will Johnson matched up with Marvin Harrison a lot in college. Obviously, Will Johnson at Michigan and Harrison at Ohio State, and now they're on the same team in the Cardinals. That's pretty cool. They can match up each other against each other in practice every day. So we are now on pick 52, I believe, 53. Pick 53 as the UCLA edge rusher Oladejo goes to the Titans at 52, and now we have the Bucs on the clock at 53. So only 11 picks left in this round. 11 picks left in this round. So we will see what happens here. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We'll take you through this round of the draft. And then I'll be back on for the end of the Lakers Timberwolves. If a close game, I'll give you a little play-by-play there. So that's pretty cool. Mason Taylor and Jason Taylor. As you know, that Jason Taylor's Mason Taylor's dad. He played for the Jets at the end of his career. There's a photo going around of Mason with a Jets hat on when Jason Taylor was on the Jets and they're walking together. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. That is just awesome. You know, I said this already, right? And by the way, the Celtics are ahead on the Magic right now by 10 at the half, 59-49 for those who are interested in that. When it comes to Shedeur Sanders, I think the reason he didn't go, and I said this, is he just doesn't have elite traits there. He doesn't have elite traits. And when you look at all the other stuff that comes with it, teams were just like, you know what? It's not worth it, and they didn't want to take it. And I think that's what it comes down to. So, unfortunately, I like Sanders. I think he's a good kid. I hope he goes to his place that he wants to go. But it looks like he's going to fall. He might fall out of the second round altogether. Bruce, you challenging me again? Bruce, what is the point exactly? What is going to prove to you? You want to what? What do you want to do to me? What do you think I'm gonna do? You think I'm gonna quit because you can't? You challenge me on something? I don't know every college player. First of all, I don't know where everybody played. I do know Nick Scorton played at Purdue before. Okay, I do know that. You didn't think I knew that? I do know that. But I don't know every college player where they played every single. I mean, there's a lot of college players, a lot of teams. I don't get a chance to watch every single college team, every single player all the time. I try to know as many as I can. Now we're getting deep in the rounds. We're getting deep in the second, third round. I'm not going to know every single player, but I do know him. I do know him. So, let's see what we got here. The next pick.
How do you sleep at night? On a mattress from bathroom?
Celtics up 11. So the Bucs are on the clock at 53. Will they take another receiver, you think? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. See what we got here. Anything going on here? No pick yet. No pick yet for Tampa as they are sitting here at 53, and the pick is in. So the Tampa pick is in. Let's see what it is. Tampa pick is in. They are selecting Notre Dame corner Benjamin Morrison at 53. So Tampa beefs up the cornerback position. Listen, their defense needs help for sure. I think that's a good pick. This was not a strong draft for corners, but this is the time to take them now here in the second round. So I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all. So there you go with that. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We're here on YouTube. We're here on TikTok.
Just a few moments ago in this draft, I want you to look at what happened to Quinshon Judkins. Quinshon's mom has his phone.
And we have visuals for you on YouTube. You want to go on YouTube and follow the picks as they come along with us visually, you can do that. If you want to stay here on TikTok, we're on here with you too. You're looking forward to Falcons football? Why is that? You're excited for Penix, I'm assuming, yeah? You're excited for Penix? I think Penix is a good player. I think Penix is a good player. So now the Bucs get their corner. And on the clock now is the Green Bay Packers again. So the Packers got their receiver last round. I know, listen. I think they need to go, and probably I would think the Packers here could go in a few different directions. I would go with defense here if I were them. I think that's the move. But the Packers are up on the clock. Big Pop, do I think that Shedeur is going to get drafted today? I do not. Today? Oh, today, yes. Sorry. In this round, I do not. I think he's getting drafted in the 3rd at this point. What do I think of the Falcons round 1? Let me double check what they did in round 1 again, because I don't remember who they took off the top of my head. Oh, yeah, they made the trade for right, that's right. They made the trade to get into 26 and get James Pierce. Listen, I like James Pierce a lot as a player. He's a really good player. He's got a very high upside as a D end, as a pass rusher. But in my opinion, you cannot trade a first-round pick in next year's draft just to get up to take a defensive end. Unless you're getting a quarterback you love, you cannot be trading a first-round pick. I think they gave up way too much. I didn't like the trade at all. And in terms of Walker, I think Walker's a good linebacker. I think he's a good player. And they definitely need defensive help, so they got two defensive players. I like the process there. I mean, I like the thought process there. I don't like how they did that. You can't give up a first-round pick to get a player that's not a quarterback. You can't do it. Then the only exception I would make to that is for Travis Hunter, which the Jaguars did. Because he's that good and he's a two-way player. He plays two positions. Otherwise, you can't do that. So I didn't like that at all for Atlanta. I'm not going to lie to you. Not going to lie to you. So that's my answer to that. The pick is in for Green Bay. So let's see what they did here. Green Bay has taken. Let's see who Green Bay takes as the pick is coming in. Pick is coming in for Green Bay here. After the Bucs took Benjamin Morrison. Let's see what we got here. The pick is in. Still no update. Still no update on Green Bay. Jordy Nelson's going to give you the pick. Who cares? What's up, Packer country? And they take. Why am I not getting this pick? Well, they're really holding this to the vest here. I mean, they're not even announcing this on Twitter. They're announcing this nowhere. Who is this pick? Hunter, I'm a Giants fan. So, unfortunately, we've been on some hard times lately. It's been a rough go, to say the least. But I like the draft that they had last night, though. I think they did a good job last night. I think everything they wanted, Hunter, to get out of last night, they got. They got Carter as one of the best players in the draft. They didn't panic and take a QB there. They waited. They maneuvered the board. They didn't trade that much, and then they got the QB they wanted at the next pick. I think it was ultimately a home run for them. Now it just comes down to what's Anthony Belton, the offensive tackle from NC State, goes to the Packers. Now it's a matter, is Dart going to actually be good? That's the question. And Dart was my number 2 quarterback on the board. Now, this is a weak class, and I had him way behind Cam Ward, but he was my number 2 quarterback, especially in terms of upside. So I like the pick. I thought they did a good job. That was the guy I would have taken as well. So I'm going to wait and see now. I'm going to wait and see. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat as the Packers take the offensive tackle out of NC State. So we will see what happens here. As now on the clock is the Chargers at pick 54. Not pick 54. We're past 54 now. We're at 55. Chargers, Bears, Broncos, Raiders are your next 4 picks, and then Ravens if you want to get 5. And the Eagles finish out the round. So, pick 55. So let's see what we got here. The Chargers select Trey Harris from Mississippi. Great pick for the Chargers. I wanted the Giants to steal him. That is a phenomenal pick. I like Trey Harris a lot. As he just got taken. Great pick for the Chargers. They needed a receiver too, so that was something that was a must get for them. And they take Trey Harris, the best receiver left in the draft, at 55. Love that pick for them. Love. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We're live here on YouTube. We're live on TikTok. We'll be live throughout the second round, finishing out the second round.
The Los Angeles Chargers select Trey Harris, wide receiver, Mississippi.
Alrighty then. Just thinking, Laramie Thompson's breath died for some reason. I don't know why they came to mind. Just then, Trey Harris, wide receiver at Ole Miss, but he was a quarterback in high school in Louisiana, and his favorite target was Malik Neighbors, a Giants wide.
That would have been cool if Harris played with Neighbors at the Giants after throwing to him in high school. That would have been fire. That would have been absolutely fire.
Good high school quarterback, he turned out to a sensational receiver at Ole Miss to finish his career.
At 6'2", 205, he ran a 4.5. This guy was the contested catch king. 8 out of 13 of his catches were contested catches.
I would have liked Trey Harris. From a Giants fan, I would have liked Trey Harris. That's too bad. It is what it is. Nothing you can do.
A shoulder natural hands catcher, and he would train with Jerry Rice. If he could train with anybody, it would be Jerry Rice. That's what he said.
Look, I know people had questions about this guy's speed, but playing against this guy, I never questioned this guy's speed. He can get in and out of a break. He can beat you at the top.
They question Trey Harris's speed.
Faster than he times. That's all I can tell you.
But Nick Saban says, do not question his speed. He plays faster than he times. So the pick is in now for the Bears at 56. We're moving right along here as we're getting to the end of the second round. And the Bears, who will take Shadur Sanders? It's obviously not going to be the Bears.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink, designed to rehydrate, replenish, and
So as the Mets Nationals go to the top of the 8th, Nationals lead 3-0. Mets trying to keep their winning streak alive. 8 would be 8 in a row. Doesn't look great right now. We'll see. They have man on first, nobody out. And that's the end of that. Man on first, one out. So let's see with the Bears pick. The Bears pick is in.
Nemluvio works like nothing before, treating eczema at its core. Nemluvio blocks the signaling from IL-31, a switch that triggers key symptoms of eczema. It's the first treatment of its kind that calms the nerves that make you itch, soothes inflammation.
This Shadur thing is getting crazy, and now they're showing them watching together. Let's see. They're just watching together, and they are not. I feel bad for them. I really do.
The most common side effects are headache, joint pain, hives, and muscle aches.
I really do.
Get over your itch fast and get skin clearance that lasts. Ask your dermatology specialist about Nemluvio today.
This
I really do.
is the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. You've earned this, so hold it high. But don't go
mark of a fighter.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Are you ready? Covering the biggest events in the country right now. There's a lot going on.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in. I'm in. I'm in too.
I am here and so happy. I'm in. I'm in too.
Michael, George, where?
Ginger?
For the record, your name is Xavier Collins.
Yes.
You have 2 children.
Yes.
When was the last time you saw Cal Bradford alive?
Agent Collins, have a seat.
I walked the president to his room at 2204.
When did you discover the body?
At 801, that's when I found him lying next to his bed.
Did you kill him?
No.
Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. The Bears pick is in. We're still waiting for it here as we finish up the second round of this draft. The Lions have traded up to 57. 1 spot in front of the Raiders. So the Raiders are on the clock for the moment as Shedeur Sanders continues to wait. So it looks like the Lions have traded with the Bears. Lions traded with Denver, and are taking Georgia guard Tate Ratledge. So the Broncos traded 57 and 230 to Detroit in exchange for 60 and 130. And the Lions will take Tate Ratledge. They will take Tate Ratledge. So let's see what pick we're at here. Who the Bears take? Did I miss the Bears pick? Let's see. For some reason, they're a little behind here on the broadcast.
Schedule reveal will break down the biggest matchups in this annual 2-hour extravaganza. Also reveal the schedule for Monday Night Football for the upcoming season. Chicago Bears are on the clock. They will make the next pick, second round.
So who the Bears take?
Second round, of course, 32 picks in each round. At the end of the third, there will be some compensatory picks, and all 70 players will hear their name called here on the second night of the draft. The Bears going back to work. We'll see what they've done.
To announce the Chicago Bears selection, please welcome WWE superstar.
I don't see who they took. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We're trying to figure out who the Bears took here. As the pick is in. Still not announced, even though it's weird because we know who the Lions... The Lions traded out of 57, or traded into 57, and we know they took the guard.
Is that all you got? Come on, you can be louder than that. I know y'all mad because championship gold looks good on the blue and orange.
What is this guy doing? Jesus.
Green Bay, we are in the shadow of Lambeau Field, and I love Lambeau Field.
So the Bears have taken BC tackle Ozzy Trapilo. So that's the bit. They take a tackle, which they needed. Good pick. They needed offensive line help for Caleb Williams, as we know. Good pick for the Bears. So now we're going to go Lions, Raiders, Ravens, Broncos in your next few.
I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth freaking Rollins. And I am here to tell you.
Oh, just make the pick. So the Lions take Georgia guard Tate Ratledge. So back-to-back O-linemen go here. Bears take Ozzy Trapilo, Lions take Ratledge, and now we move on to the Raiders at 58. This would be the shot for... This would be the shot for, what's his name, Shedeur Sanders to potentially go to the Raiders here. Can he get to the Raiders here? The Raiders have taken wide receiver Jack Beck, excuse me. So no Shedeur again, and I don't see where he's going to go. He's not going in this round now. Jack Beck was one of the best wide receivers left after Trey Harris was taken. So those are the next 3 picks. And now we're going to have to find out where Shedeur goes because it's not looking good. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We're live here on YouTube. We're live on TikTok. So stay tuned for the rest of this draft. I'll also keep you posted on the NBA. Be back later for Timberwolves and Lakers for the second half. Now, the Magic have stormed back against the Celtics. For those not watching that, they have taken a 6-point lead with under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. So a big-time comeback for the Celtics. I mean, for the Magic, as they take a 6-point lead on Boston.
Seeing my dad's old shoulder pads in the basement, jerseys hung on the wall. I think it
now,
that I knew I wanted to play football.
See what happens. The Mets, for those in baseball, the Mets are down 3. Lefty in to face Alonso, 2 on, 2 out. So this is Alonso's. This is his shot. He's been clutch this year. Can he do it again? Swings through the fastball. Why is he swinging with one hand?
Well, 98 miles an hour will work, especially if it's in, and it's running in on his hands. John King and Carlos tried to throw him that backdoor slider. It ended up being a home run.
See who's on the clock here. Oh, inside almost hit him. So now the Raiders have just picked. They took receiver Jack Beck. Now you have the Ravens at 59 and the Broncos at 60 coming up. So that's where we're at now. So let's see. Still no Shedeur, and we're almost at pick 60.
Christopher grew up in Michigan, was a lifelong fan of Lions, passionately cheering his home team whenever he could. We honor him and thank his family and TAPS, the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors, which offers care to those grieving the loss of a military loved one. And now, I'm going to turn it over to John and David, who will announce in honor of their brother and son.
Since then, has had 2 terrific at-bats.
2 best at-bats I've seen this year back-to-back.
So let's see who's on the clock. We haven't seen the pick here for the Ravens yet at 59. Nemo up, bases loaded. It's low.
With the 57th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, Detroit Lions select Brett Lynchard from Georgia.
Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We're live here on YouTube. We're live on TikTok. Drop your takes below. And the Ravens have selected Marshall pass rusher Mike Green. Everyone was waiting for him to go. He finally goes. He goes to the Ravens. What else is new? They always make good picks. They always make good picks. As we know. Always. Pick 58 was a text pick. They traded the Raiders earlier tonight while moving up. Right, okay, remember that. So Mike Green goes to the Ravens at 59, and now the Broncos, I believe, are on the clock at pick 60. It is the Broncos, then the Commanders, then the Bears again. I feel like the Bears have had 20 picks in this draft. Great pick for the Ravens, and that's such a Ravens guy. He led the nation with 17 sacks last year. Of course the Ravens get him, because why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? So, appreciate you, chat.
pick is a Raider legend, NFL Hall of Famer Willie Brown.
I can't believe they got Mike Green. Of course they did. Of course they did. Bases loaded now for Vientos.
It's 2 weeks till Mother's Day, and we always wish them an early happy Mother's Day. If you're a fan of the NFL, if you're a player in the NFL, if you're a coach in the NFL, you likely had a very supportive, encouraging mom or mom figure that sacrificed to make that dream possible. Tonight, we have another dream being made. With the 58th pick in the 2025.
Let's see what the next. We got the Broncos on the clock. Drop your takes in the chat below. Appreciate you, chat. Good for Jack Besh. Good for him. Obviously, you know his brother. Well, not obviously. If you didn't know, his brother was killed in a terrorist attack in New Orleans. It's tragic. It's just so tragic. So good for him that he gets drafted and, you know, goes to the Raiders, is in Vegas, and good for him. It's great stuff. Still waiting for the Broncos pick here. Still waiting for the Broncos pick. So we come down to the end here. Last 5 picks of the round. Appreciate you, chat.
My brother's name is Tiger Besh. He was my best friend.
Futureworks makes things simple. We organize frames by shape and price. Change your mind?
He died January 1st, 2025.
There's our 100-day guarantee.
Terror attacks in New Orleans on Bourbon Street.
Breaking news. Vision Box. See the difference. People on Bourbon
This
Street.
week's Stop and Shop for great deals. Yasso novelties are $4.49.
He was
And
the
buy
first
2 for
first
new fresh
solid
boneless
baby.
chicken breast and get
He went on
Fridays
to
free
play
with our
college
grilled
football
chicken
at
Caesar
Princeton
salad
University up in
meal.
New Jersey.
Stop and Shop.
Tiger Besh, he is down for 70.
Whenever a team gets me,
After last season, Tom Finnegan was not tendered
objective
to Washington Nationals. He was out of the free agent market for most of the winter.
the first one I
Signed
had
anywhere.
7-11.
And the
Was the number he
Nats
wore in high school and college. And the second one
they
is
did.
Roman
This is
numerals.
a fabulous
Right over my heart. It's his birthday, January 28th, 1997. He died January 1st, 2025.
Finnegan
They just know my music and I work on the side.
Mark Vientos on the bases with the bases loaded.
Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. Waiting on the pick from the Broncos here. Bases loaded for Vientos as well. Bases loaded for Vientos. Sorry, swing. Ravens pick Mike Green, as we know, terrific pick. And now we'll wait to see who the Broncos take at pick 60. Pick 60, 61, something like that. Terrible. So sad.
I'm not sure there's any prospect in the entire draft that I feel as confident in when you take the combination of not just what you see on the field, who this player is off the field as a human as well. Love this selection.
Home Depot has fast, free delivery, so you can refresh your outdoor space in no time. We bring what you need, and you bring it to life. Order today and get fast, free delivery.
We mentioned earlier that Dylan Cruz is a hair-on-fire player. He made a hair-on-fire play and came up a little bit short, and it's a 3-run trouble for the Vientos to give the Mets the lead.
Here's Cruz going for it. They can't blame him for going for it, even though it ends up letting the go-ahead run score. But he sure did full extension, but a wonderful job by Vientos being able to get the ball in play, make a touch it.
Second career triple for Mark Vientos gives the Mets a 4-3 lead. And now Jesse Winker takes outside for ball one.
Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. Still waiting on these picks. Broncos get a running back. They take UCF's RJ Harvey at 60. So I like that pick for the Broncos. They needed a running back. Obviously, Javonte Williams has not worked out there. They drafted, what's his name? I forgot the kid's name now, the bruiser. Oh, Estime last year. He didn't really do great. Now they take RJ Harvey, who they're going to try to, install there themselves. So, appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We are on pick 61 now. 5 picks left. These 4 are the Giants at 65, and then we will be out of here.
Not to real life, made real easy. Apply at suffolkcu.org/HELOC. At NYU Langone Health, a single electronic health record gives you access to all of your doctors, lab results, images, prescriptions, and visits. It's always something.
Almost done, okay? Couple picks left. You okay in there? Okay, you sure? Okay, I'm in pain. I gotta take my pill.
The fact that we make everything like
Yeah.
we offer heaven.
I know. Okay. Love you.
I feel that everything was adapted to the ebb and flow of our business. We are currently looking to open our second location, and M&T has been very helpful to us in that process.
1 second, chat.
For a long time, but we're just really grateful that we did it, and we're looking forward to the future.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And it's
Talk about this often during the NFL draft. There are some multiple Ravens reserve qualified. Last night at the end of the first round, they took Malachi Starks, defensive back from Georgia, fits their scheme perfectly. And now the Ravens are back on the clock. John Harbaugh, Ozzie Newsome, and company decide to do in a matter of moments, but just a few seconds ago, commercial break, Las Vegas Raiders made a selection of TCU wide receiver Jack Bech. We told you the story of Jack losing his older brother Tiger and the terrorist attack in New Orleans in the wee morning hours on New Year's Day. We're delighted to have Jack Bech with us on what I'm sure is an emotional night, Jack, for a number of reasons. How would you describe your feelings when you got the call and found out where you'd be playing in the NFL?
Go through a bogus triple play.
One of the best moments ever. Like I've been saying, it's a 2-for-1. They give me, they get Tiger too. So, it's a great pleasure.
So the Magic also lead the Celtics by 3 here, if you're wondering.
The time of the tragedy in your family came at an important time in your life. What was the impact that you had in terms of dealing with the emotions and continuing to fight forward for this goal that you had?
So we got the Broncos, we know took who they took. We got the Commanders on the clock here. They're a little behind. The one dad, I appreciate you, bro. You know what's funny is like people have said that to me. So, and a great show. I watch it with my girl. And I know the new season just came back, but a lot of people have said that to me. So, crazy. Pretty funny. I'll tell you, I'm cool with it. He's a handsome kid, fine with it. As long as that's the case, I don't mind the comparisons. I don't mind the comparisons. Had to say it, go Knicks. Yes, sir. Go Knicks, bro. Listen, let me tell you something. If the Knicks play the way they did in Game 3, they will have this series wrapped up in 5. That's what I think. That's the truth. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. Still waiting for this pick for the Commanders, but they are behind on TV. There's been picks coming in, behind on the broadcast. So we know Harvey, the running back, went to the Broncos.
Congratulations on a great night for you and your football career. We also want to thank you and your entire family, let you know their thoughts and prayers continue to be with you. This is a story that was really personal with me. My son, Princeton, we
Tyrod Taylor just takes baseball, and right here after he secured it,
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Wide receiver, class act, that family, man, the strength that they showed emotionally, it was just days after they lost their
So still waiting for this pick here. Let's see what you got.
Like I said, it was a tough one to do before they were brave on the face of that tragedy.
Yeah, huge fan of Jackson. I love his style. He describes his style of play as nasty. He's a fearless, physical runner, and obviously he has great hands.
Brian Thomas, perhaps. Yep, a couple of decent NFL players. They were teammates with Jack Bech. He was a true freshman at LSU. He had more catches than anybody on the entire team, including those two guys, as a hybrid tight end and wide receiver. You get a little sample of what he's done so far in his football career.
You know, one thing I dug up with Jack Bech, too, is LSU.
Still waiting. So the Broncos obviously took Harvey, which is a good pick for them. I like Harvey, by the way. Could be a fantasy factor as well. So we'll see what happens there.
That is how Mike Green is going to make his money at the NFL level. What really impressed me about the 2024 season, they had 2 big tests last year, did Marshall?
Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat.
Hey, Tom. Virginia Tech. Did Mike Green against the Hokies, a game in which you know their game plan was.
So we'll see what the Commanders do now. At 60. Still obviously no Shedeur Sanders. You will not see him, I think, in this round. Last 4 picks, the Commanders, the Bears, the Chiefs, and the Eagles. You're probably not going to see him at all unless there's a trade there. I don't see it. So they've slowed down the picks now. We know RJ Harvey. We got that. By the way, the Celtics and Magic game, the Magic lead by 3 at the end of the 3rd quarter, for those who are wondering. The 4th has just begun.
Catching up with all the picks here before the end of the second round after a conversation with the Raiders. Jack Bech, RJ Harvey, the running back.
Appreciate you, chat. We're live on YouTube, live on TikTok. We appreciate you. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We got you through this second round. Waiting for the Commanders to get their pick in. Let's see who the Commanders take here. Ole Miss corner Trey Amos heads to the Commanders at pick 61. So there you go. There you go. So another DB goes here in the second round.
That doesn't mean they're small. Right. This guy is put together, and that just means there's less place to tackle. They can run behind their pads.
Saban likes, and now Shamar Turner goes to the D lineman for Texas A&M, goes to the Bears. So some D line help for the Bears. I think that's a good move. So that's pick 62, as we have 2 picks left in the round. 2 picks left in the round now. Chiefs and Eagles, and then the Giants begin round 3.
Lawrence is really a good player. You know, he played nine for us for 4 years, so he played on all third down situations. But he was the starter. We just had 2 draft pick corners ahead of him. He went to Ole Miss this year. Got played really, really well through the system. Played for Pete Golding. Has a good change of direction, can redirect. It's very instinctive. Very instinctive player. I thought he might be speed deficient, but he ran well. He's got a good
So now 3 AFC West teams have drafted running backs. Genty to the Raiders, Hampton to the Chargers, and Harvey to the Broncos. Chiefs, Eagles, and Giants are the next 3 picks, and then we're out of here. So that's the last. That'll be the last of this round today. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We're live on TikTok, live on YouTube. Pacers up 10 at the half. Thank you, Dadpool, because I'm watching Celtics Magic. The Magic have sprinted out to a 9-point lead here early in the 4th, trying to steal Game 3. So the Chiefs are on the clock. Chiefs are on the old clock. And the Pacers are just half away from taking a 3-0 lead. I thought the Bucks would win one of these games. If they don't win this game, I'm not sure they're going to win any of them. That's all I got to say. I picked Pacers in 5 before the series. As we await the Chiefs pick. We await the Chiefs pick.
I blame him. He gave his life so I could live. I'm just not sure what I'm supposed to do with that. He's not supposed to be dead.
So, cornerback Trey Amos from Ole Miss goes to the Commanders, and now the Bears are on the clock. Well, no, we know the Bears took, right, so the Chiefs are on the clock, right. Chiefs on the clock. They just haven't updated all the picks yet.
You have 2 children. Yes. When was the last time you saw Cal Radford alive?
Asian Collins. Have a seat.
When did you discover the body?
They don't want it. That's why I don't like next Tuesday.
Did you kill him?
Just a great representation of how this team is going to play. If they can all pass it on to the next guy.
You know, some shit about that.
Chandler and his outfield assistant last inning. He reached out to his 20th in that need.
Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We're finishing up here on the 2nd round. We are almost ready. Did Shiloh get drafted? No, he did not. He didn't get drafted either. I mean, this is taking way too long, this end of this round here. Let's just get this going here. Why are we taking so long with these picks is my question. Man. It's the end of the 2nd round. Let's get this over with. Let's get it in the books. Well, that's crazy. I guess because they have the draft on ESPN2, they put Bucks Pacers on ESPNU tonight. Sheesh.
At this point, Reese, I don't even have anywhere close to a guess of where he is going to end up. Beyond Shimura is already Thomas from Florida State. Pretty close to a 4-6 in his opponent, but I love there's no instinct there for a team. The play the heavy zone scheme you saw Darius Alexander part of this very deep and talented defensive tackle class.
You know, I think those guys that you just showed right there, they're all good players.
Yeah. The Bears, they've done fine. You're late for second.
Original recipes.
Y'all must be born this bad weather. Y'all gotta live here year round. Because I know y'all not born the best team in the division. But on a serious note, with the 62nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Shamar Turner, defensive tackle from Texas A&M.
So we are awaiting these final 2 picks here. Appreciate you, chat. Steelers, you did not draft yet. You're up in the 3rd round coming up. You're about 15 picks away. Almost the end of the 2nd round. For some reason, the end of the 2nd round is absurd. It's taking so long. Yeah, I know it's on NBA TV, too. I just thought it was funny that it was on ESPNU. That's, like, crazy to me. That's hilarious to me. Who are the Chiefs going to take here? Can the Chiefs make a pick already? Jesus. How long do we take to make these picks at the end of the 2nd round? It's supposed to be 5 minutes a pick. The pick is in. What is it? The Chiefs are on the clock and the Eagles are next. We know this. What are the Chiefs picking? Who are the Chiefs taking? Tell us who the Chiefs are taking. Dante Hall giving the pick. They took Omar Norman Lott, the defensive tackle from Tennessee, and now the Eagles are on the clock.
With the 63rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Omar Norman Lott, defensive tackle, Tennessee. Let's go, Chiefs!
Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat.
Deep defensive line rotation for Tennessee a season ago. They went about 10 deep at times. Transferred to the Volunteers from Arizona State. He only started 5 times.
So the Eagles, it looks like, have made their pick, and Shedeur Sanders has not been selected in the 2nd round. So he now falls to the 3rd round. Unbelievably, a guy who originally we thought was going to be a top 3 pick, and he falls to the 3rd round. Wow. The Giants are on the clock. So I will be with you through this pick. This will be my last pick. I'll be back for the end of the Timberwolves and Lakers game if that's a close game. But we're live here on YouTube. We're live on TikTok. Appreciate you guys in the chat who stuck with us. And who the Eagles take now? They still haven't announced it. They said the Giants are on the clock, yet we don't know who the Eagles took. The Philadelphia Eagles are taking Texas safety Andrew Makuba. So the Giants are on the clock. Let's see what they do at this pick. Appreciate you, chat, as we finish up here with the Giants pick. Key pick or trade to a QB-needy team. I don't think anyone's trading up, honestly. I don't think anyone wants a QB. I don't think anyone's trading with them. I don't think they care. It seems like they had all 2nd round to pick one of these QBs. They didn't. They only Chuck was the only one who went. So I don't see it. So now we're in the third round now. Giants are taking Darius Alexander, so they are taking the defensive tackle, Darius Alexander, which is what everyone mocked to them. You know, hey, not big on defensive tackles, but that's who they take. That is who they take. That's what everyone thought they would do. And they take Darius Alexander. I do watch the playoffs. The NBA you're talking about, I do. And I was actually following along because the Celtics are down 11 with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. So Magic trying to get a game there. The Pacers lead by 10 at the half. Giants take Toledo D tackle Darius Alexander at 65. Who people think is a starter, potential starter. So we'll see.
Never gets old watching the joy players' faces. Final pick in the second round locked in the year.
Please welcome NFL legend, Super Bowl 52 champion, and Wisconsin Badger alum, Bo Allen.
So there you go. Giants get Darius Alexander, defensive tackle. You pick Magic in your 7 in your bracket? Well, I don't think it's going to happen, my friend. I got to be honest with you. I root for you, but I don't think it's going to happen. I appreciate you, chat. We're here on the Shot Clock. We're going to be live tomorrow throughout the NBA playoffs as well, pretty much almost every day. So tune in here or live on YouTube as well if you want a more comprehensive experience. And I'll be back if the Lakers-T-Wolves game is close towards the end of that. I appreciate you guys. I will see you later.